website enumeration. What is it and why do we do it? And also, why is this something that we should do before attacking the website? Well, it's quite simple. We want to learn as much as we can about our target before we perform any type of the attack. We want to know what we are dealing with and what is the structure behind the website that might look simple on first glance. Does it have forms that we can attack? Where is it located? What is the website used for? Basically, any information about the website could be useful for us. Imagine it like this. We, as penetration testers, have been given a task to test for vulnerabilities on some website. And usually for us to be able to discover any vulnerabilities on the website or any bugs, we must directly interact with it. Which simply just means we must open it up and experiment with different things that the website has. Usually, first thing that we want to do is discover the IP address of that website or domain. We can do that by using tools like NSLOOKUP or host, which we will take a look at later, but this is very simple to do. We just throw the domain name inside the tool, and it will give us its IP address. Keep in mind that some bigger websites could have multiple IP addresses due to them being located and hosted on multiple servers. For example, Facebook, being a big website, has ranges of IP addresses. With an IP address, what we can do is we can, for example, locate the website physical location. We can throw that IP address in a scanner and discover some technical information about the server hosting that website, such as, for example, discovering open ports and services running on those open ports. And after we do that, we can, for example, look at the website structure. What is it made of? Does it have JavaScript? Does it have some third applications that it's running that could potentially be vulnerable? All of that we want to know. We also want to know if perhaps the website has some login pages. Does it have a registration form where users sign up? Maybe we can try and find an administrator login page somewhere which shouldn't be accessible to regular users like us. Does it maybe have any other input fields outside of the registration forms? Why are we looking for user input fields? Wherever website allows us to input something or to type something in, that is the place where we want to interact with it and perhaps make it run something that it shouldn't be running. An example of user input field would be, let's say, a website that has movies on it. And you have the search field where you type in a movie name, and that search field is user input field. And we would definitely be interested in checking it out and to see whether we can do something else besides searching for a movie. We also want to figure out where is that website hosted, on what type of server, what operating system is that machine running that's hosting the website. Does the server have some other ports open besides the ports that are used to host the website? Another possible thing that the website does, especially if it has some registration form or login form, is that it interacts with the database. It probably has a database that's storing all the user's information such as usernames, passwords, emails, phone numbers, and so on. So maybe we can get that database to respond to us with the information that it shouldn't give us, such as, for example, other users' passwords. You never know. All of these things is something that we want to check. We also want to see if the website has good encryption. Maybe it has a weak encryption or no encryption at all, and someone with an attack like man in the middle could capture in plain text passwords that are going through that website. Okay, I just gave you some examples as to why we want to learn as much as we can about our target website. Now, to do this, we can use different tools. Some of the tools that we will use are Nmap, Nikto, Derb. We will also be visiting websites regularly over our browser, and we will also cover possibly the most important tool for bug bounty hunters, which is burpsuit. Anyway, let's not get lost in too much information straight away, and let's start off with our website enumeration one task at a time. See you in the next video.